Hello and welcome to class. So today we'll be drafting the basic bodice using the Natalie Bray method, but in a simplified way. So I call it Natalie Bray method simplified. So for those that have an idea about Natalie Bray method, you know that we draft in centimeters and cm, but this is so simplified, more like for a layman, so that everybody will get it. So here are the measurements we are working with. So to be able to use the proportions in the Natalie Bray text, that the table of measurements and proportions, we need to know what size this bust belongs to. So first, let me talk about the table. So we have sizes from 1 to 10. So size 1, we have 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on, 6, 7 to 10. So I'll just limit it for here for the sake of this class. I'm doing this so that you don't have to like have the table like cram it, or if you don't have the table with you, you cannot draft. It's something that you can learn easily. So the bust size 1 is 80 cm, so is increasing with 4 cm. So the next size is 84 cm. So this is bust in cm, 84 cm. The next size will be what? 88. Then no, 88 plus 4, that will be what? 92. Sorry, that's 92. Then we have 96, we have 100, we have 104. Yeah, increasing every 4 cm. So I think this is correct. 84 plus 4, that's 88 plus 4, that's 92, like that. So that's how it's increasing. So for you to know 0.0 center back, because we'll be using that, you don't need to measure the front half length or the back half length. Once you have your 0.0 center back from the proportion table, you know what the front and the back should be. So for the fourth size, it is 2 in cm. Note that everything here is in cm. 2 cm, increasing by 0.5. So the next one will be 2.5. The next one will be what? 3 cm. So but as soon as you get to 3, is increasing for every 2 sizes. So if this is 3, then the next size will also be what? 3. So the next one will be 3.5. Then again, I said every 2 sizes. So every 2 sizes rather. So this is 3.5. So this is 4. So that if I have size 8 here, the 0.0 center back will also be what? 4. So if you have a next size, it will be 4.5, 4.5. So this will be 108. You get that? So it's increasing by 0.5 from 2 to 2.5. But once we get to 3, increasing every 2 sides, like 3, 3, 3.5, 3.5, 4, 4. So for the that size, it's starting from 6, and it's also increasing by 0.5 for every size. So this is 6, 6.5. Note that every measurement here is in cm. This is 7. This will be 7.5. This is 8, 8.5, 9, 9.5. So here are the proportions we need. So to get a bust line, although in the table of proportion you have bust line on the table, but as I said, this is like layman, just if you are not even familiar with the table of proportion. So the bust line we're using here is not what you use in freehand. Just watch me as I go. Bust line will be equals to bust in inches divided by 6 plus 3.5 inches. But if you are using your bust in cm, assuming you converted all your measurements to cm, you say bust in cm divided by 6 plus 9 cm. So this is bust in cm still divided by what? 6 plus 9 cm, because 3.5 inches is 8.89 or so. So that's approximately 9 cm. So that is for your bust line. So it's more like if you draw a shoulder line of 1.5 inches, from that shoulder line you measure bust over 6 plus 2 inches. So it still give you something like this. So that is for the bust line. And for the neck width, we'll also be using a formula which is neck width bust in inches divided by 8 plus 1 inch. So if you are working in cm, if you've converted all your measurements to cm, we say bust in cm divided by 6 plus 2.5 cm. So that will be because, and the equivalent of 1 inch is 2.5 cm, because 1 inch is the same thing as 2.54 cm. So you can get this better when you watch a video on reading the tape measure. So 1 inch is the same thing as 2.54 cm. So for me to know what size this bust belongs to, I'm going to say 34 multiplied by 2.54. So bust is what? 34 inches. 34 inches. This is the symbol for inches. So to cm now, that will be 34 multiplied by 2.54. So that will give me 86.36. So if I approximate to the nearest decimal point, that will be 86.4 cm. So that falls in size what? Size 2, because size 1 works for bust from 80 to 84. That's 80, 81, 82, 83. Then this is 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91. So when you do your conversion, multiply your bust measurements. This table works with bust measurements. When you multiply your bust measurements by 2.54, whatever you get, you know what size you belong to. So 86.4, that's size 2, because size 2 is 84, 85, 86, 87 before 88. So that is size 2. So 0.0 center back that I'll be using for this measurement is 2.5 cm, and that size will be 6.5 cm. So I'll be working in inches cm, because as I said, this is layman. On a good day we teach in cm, but for this I'll be working in majorly inches, but I'll be using proportions in cm so that everyone will understand it. It's very easy, very easy. So let's go ahead and start drafting.